Hello, and welcome to this short video on Write a Winning CV. My name is Michelle, and I'm a careers consultant at the university. So, what is a CV? A CV is a written overview of your skills, jobs, and your work experience, as well as your education. You send your CV to employers when you're looking for a job. And it's really important to be loud and proud on your paper CV or on a digital CV about what makes you a great fit for a job. It is part of your personal branding, it's your marketing tool for your skills and your experiences. So let's look at some of the guidelines for writing a CV. We call them guidelines because there are no rules. So general guidelines, no more than 2 A4 pages. Keep a consistent font and a font size. We would sort of say, either Arial or Calibri, between a 10 and 12 font size. Use bullet points rather than large paragraphs of text. And begin each bullet with an action verb. Okay, an action verb demonstrates that you have achieved something, that you've done something, like collaborated as part of a team or created a document on Excel. So there are some things that you shouldn't have in your CV in the UK. And as you can see from this list, date of birth, you don't need your marital status, nothing about your religious beliefs or political opinions. You don't need to put any health conditions on your CV or any disabilities. You don't need to put any details about your family. Definitely no national insurance number. And we would say in the UK, no photo either. So let's look at the beginning of your CV. So we have some essential things, your name, your contact number, and a professional email address. So you don't want to have something like Michelle at eatingdonuts.com. You want to use a professional email address. You can put your extra information on there, your postal address. You can put your LinkedIn URL or a URL to your blog or website, or any sort of portfolio or show reel that you have. So it will depend on the type of industry that you're going into. We should try and have a personal profile at the top of our CV. It's not compulsory, but it does sort of introduce you to an employer. And your personal profile really is a summary of your key selling points, short and to the point, 3 or 4 sentences. It can be written in the first or the third person. So it can be, I am XYZ, or known, or something like a final year student at Bournemouth University studying XYZ. It should be factual, and really it's an introduction to you, your skills that are relevant, and your attributes that are relevant to the industry you're going into, and obviously your objective. And it should be targeted to the sector or the organisation that you're applying to. So here's an example of a personal profile. This is written in the third person, so a final year finance and economics undergraduate with 9 months client relationship management experience in a commercial environment, currently looking to apply analytical research skills in investment banking. So pretty short and sweet, and to the point. Next, after your profile, then you would do your education. We do that in reverse chronological, so that's the most recent first, which will be the course that you're doing now. Then you will have put there the dates, the current course, the institution, your predicted grade, and relevant modules if you want to. Then you would add any A levels or any equivalent, BTECs or whatever, any GCSEs or equivalent. And then it's a good idea to put your technical skills on there. Employers are really keen to know what IT skills that you have, maybe what packages that you can use, what softwares you can use. Then after your education, you go with work experience. So you could start off talking about relevant experience, relevant work experience, and that's what's relevant to the role that you're applying for, or to the sector that you're applying for. So it could be a placement that you've done, or any internships, any volunteering, or any projects that you've undertaken that's all relevant to the industry. And then lots of people have other work experience then as a separate section, and that could be any sort of part-time work or any vacation work that you've done. For example, if you're doing an IT course, but you worked in a bar, a part-time job in a bar, it's not exactly relevant to your chosen industry, but it does show that you have developed skills. Those are what we call transferable skills. So think about the skills that you're developing and how they're transferable to the industry you're going into. Things like teamwork, communication, dealing with problems. You may do all that in a bar, and that is actually really relevant to lots of industries. So again, when you're thinking about developing your skills at university, always think about those transferable skills and how you can add them to your CV. You can add additional information. You can add any positions of responsibility or any volunteering. Any of those things on there can be a subheading on your CV. But you need to make sure that they're relevant to your CV. And it's really about what skills you've developed with any of those particular points on that slide. So on My Career Hub, we have a CV and cover letter guide. You'll see the QR code there that will guide you to that particular guide. You can see in the guide there's a list of strong action words that you can use on your CV. And there is an example of a chronological CV on there. So what next? On My Career Hub, as you can see from this QR code, we have a online tool called CV 360 where you can upload your CV and it will give you some feedback on your CV. And then, you can book an appointment with a careers consultant after you've done that, and we can go through the points that CV 360 made and obviously review your CV for you as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop into the Careers Zone. We're on the ground floor in Pool House on Talbot campus, and we're open throughout the year. Or alternatively, email us at careers@bournemouth.ac.uk. Thanks for listening today.